As seen on Kaleidoscope the Series. Kaleidoscope the Series on ABC 23. It's a different look at our region, unique places you may not know exist, unique people sharing their amazing talents. There are good things happening in our area. Watch it all every Sunday on Kaleidoscope the Series on ABC 23. Hello, and welcome to Kaleidoscope. This is the show that takes a look at unique people, different places, and unique things in our region. I'm Sarah Cameron. We know deer are everywhere in West Central Pennsylvania, but have you ever tried to get close to one, close enough to pet it? Well, at the Double Diamond Deer Ranch, you can do just that. Here, you can meet the deer up close and learn a bit about the life of a deer.
30 years ago, my husband and his friends wanted to see how long a deer could live because in Pennsylvania at that time, most deer were shot at 1.5 years old. And so they went to the Game Commission, found out all the rules and regulations, and they bought 3 bucks and 2 doe, and they were just pets on our farm. And everyone came to see them and give us donations. And so we decided we could turn it into a business. I had my own catering business. My husband, who was my fiance at the time, he had his own lumber grading business. And we both sold our businesses, put our money together, and started looking for property. And how we ended up here at Cook Forest is I've been coming up here camping ever since I was 6 years old, and I love it up here. And I said, if somebody's going to think about animals, they're going to think about this area. That's why everyone comes here. So we found this property. It was just woods. We cleared it. We built everything here ourselves. I'm an animal lover. And so when my husband first introduced me to the deer, I found out they've got personalities and they're so intelligent that it was like, oh my gosh, it was a marriage made in heaven. I just fell in love with them. And I have bottle fed all the deer we have here now. I'm their mom. And when you do that, you bond with them. And even those great big bucks come up to me and wash my face and are happy to see me. In the wild, a deer lives 1 to 5. In captivity, most deer live 5 to 8 because of different stressors that they have on them. Here, our deer live to around 13 to 15 because of how we take care of them. And there's all these pens because we separate them in the winter so they don't fight. That's one of the big stressors on a whitetail deer is fighting other deer. And also, we feed them a very good balanced diet, and we don't charge people to feed the deer. We just have an admission to help us take care of the deer, and people come back year after year because they get a favorite deer. And I love it that they fall in love with my deer as much as we do. What we're trying to teach them is that to be kind to animals, to learn that the animals out in nature are just as smart as we are as people. We learn that deer can reason, deer can think. Deer all learn their names. They come to me when I call, except some of them have a personality like a cat. And when you call them, they look right at you. I know you're calling me, but I'm not planning on coming over. And when we get to school groups, we teach them about what they eat, how long they live, what it's like to be a deer in the wild, and it's educational. In the winter when we're closed, I do seminars at schools and churches and even men's hunting clubs and teach them about deer. We built the buck barn because men are interested in hunting deer, what it takes to get a big scoring buck. And so we bought mounted animals that were world records. And then as our deer passed on, our regular customers wanted us to get them mounted too and have them in there so that they could still continue to visit them. It's one of the things I do the seminars on because people have no idea that deer lose their antlers every year. Many men who hunt don't know that. It's kind of hard work being a whitetail deer. You have to grow a new set of antlers every year. It starts in the spring and they grow through the summer months. When they're growing, they're liquid inside and very sensitive. Then they harden from the inside out, they shed their velvet, and then they get real aggressive and they want to fight every other deer because it's their mating season. In the winter, we separate all the bucks into individual pens. And one winter, it was the first week of December. That's the last week we're open. And we had customers going around the fence, and the porta-john man came to empty the porta-john, and he used his backup beeper. It scared one of our bucks named Bert. Bert was in a pen with a 8-foot-high fence in the front and a 10-foot-high fence in the back. He just went plop right out of it, just like he was taking a step. He didn't have to run or anything. Okay, he's out of his pen in hard antler. We're scared somebody's going to get hurt. So we send everybody back down in the gift shop, and we came back out. We found Bert down the walkway at Oscar's pen, his brother, washing Oscar through the fence. He missed his brother so much. He followed me right up to his pen. I opened the gate and he went in. It was all panic time, thought someone was going to get hurt, and all he did was miss his brother. One of the things that totally surprises us is families lay together, and we will be talking to the deer, and it'll be the dad, the mom, the children, and the grandchildren will all be laying together in a group, and we'll go, oh, that's the, whatever family it is, the patriarch of the family, like, oh, that's Adam's family or Connie's family or something like that. So that's just something that surprises us. I'm a senior citizen, and so's my husband. We are trying to find someone who will want to take care of the deer as much as we do. We haven't found anyone yet. Because we always thought we were going to retire, and we don't know if we are or not. It's like there's so many new rules and regulations for whitetail deer that a lot of people don't want to get involved. So all we can say is I think we're going to be here till somebody sprinkles our ashes in the deer fence. Here at the Double Diamond Deer Ranch, we have a kaleidoscope of whitetail deer. We have white deer, brown deer, piebald deer, which are 3 colors, and we have deer with blue eyes, brown eyes, and even gold eyes.